Toy Culture. I'm Toranj.
Hi, I'm Anusha.
And we are holding hands like a couple, but I assure you, we're just friends.
It's cold. It's very cold.
We're in Vancouver in its winterland right now here.
Yes.
And we decided to torture ourselves in the freezing cold to create this video just for you. I'm just kidding.
We are. Whoa. It's my first time being so after 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And this is like legit
Has it been
snow.
10 years for me? Because I've been in Mumbai, India for the last 10 years.
Whoa. Yours is worse.
Mine is worse. Yeah, it's
Okay.
the first time I've seen snow in 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay, we have stories to tell you.
We were talking about thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
right? How thoughts create our reality and life, and how we don't take thoughts seriously. Serious or seriously?
That's seriously is perfect.
Okay.
And we both have a story from our own lives that shows us both how much our experiences can shift. Oh my God, snow in my eye. How much our experiences can shift from just a belief, right?
Yes.
You know, I could think I hate the snow going in my face right now, or I could think this is the best thing ever.
And that will bring you a different
Experience.
experience.
Exactly. In the beginning of the video, I said we're torturing ourselves for you. And I was joking, but now I'm kind of serious. I'm just kidding. Okay, Anusha, you want to kick off your story?
Mm-hmm.
Kick off with your story?
Absolutely. I was back in London and I needed to do this test to get into drama school.
Okay.
And it was for international students.
Okay.
And it was me and my friend Laura. We were the only international students.
Okay.
And for doing that test, you needed your ID, which my ID was my... You want to go this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
The snow's not going in my face that.
Fair enough. We needed our ID, and our ID was our passport.
Okay.
So we did the test. We passed. It was good.
Congratulations.
And we filed our visa case, whatever it is. And
For an extension.
For extending our visa and send
Right.
it off to the Home Office, the
Right.
immigration office.
In London. Great.
Yes. And within a week, our school told us that there is a second part to that test, and we had no idea. And without our ID, we couldn't do the test.
But
Yeah,
no exceptions.
no exception. You need your ID. Obviously, it sucked. You can't really like take out your file after submitting it. The process will be so much
Take
more
your file
longer.
out of the Home Office? That would be a
Yes.
nightmare.
You don't want to do that,
No.
people. So Laura was like, but we have no other choice. We have to do it. Like this is the rule. They need your ID. And this was what she was going for. But then I told her, maybe there's a way. My thought was like...
Because you're Persian. And Persians are system busters. And they're like, this is the rule, this is the law. I'll talk to him. No problem. No
My
problem.
friend, come
My
here.
friend, come. You are like my daughter. I'm just kidding. I can. Yeah, you come to my house. We eat kebab. No problem.
Oh, that's so funny.
How did
So I
you
told her-
bust the system? Tell us, Anusha.
No.
Tell us about your Persian ways.
I came up with this idea. I was like, you know what? Let's go to that building, which was
Right.
outside of London. We had to take the bus and be in
Right.
the process, pay for something, and go and see if we can talk to someone.
And what did your friend say?
And she was like, no, that's the rule, Anusha. What are you talking about?
Policy-driven belief. Got it. This is
Yeah.
the policy. This is what it is. We have to go through this process
Yes.
now.
And I was
Okay.
like, you know what? That's your thought. That's what you believe. You do you,
Right.
and I'll do my way.
Right.
I took the bus, went there. They
Right.
didn't even let me go inside the building.
They didn't let you go inside the building?
I didn't have an ID.
Did you
No.
tell them you were Persian?
They're like, sure. I had no idea. I couldn't
Oh,
even go
man.
inside to talk to anyone. I was outside walking around thinking of what should I do. I came all the way here, just hanging around for no reason. And
You were still there after they denied you entry?
oh yeah,
You were hopelessly hopeful?
I was.
Oh, honey.
I was.
That's faith. That's faith.
That's faith. That's faith and 17 years old.
Okay. Great. I like that kind of faith.
Yeah.
Then?
And while I was just waiting for no reason,
Okay.
this guy came out and I looked at him and it was the guy who he was the taste moderator
The test moderator.
for the first exam that we did.
Okay.
And I was like, Mister,
Did you know his name?
I don't remember right now, but I knew his name.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, I remember you.
He remembered you?
Swear to
Out
God.
of like thousands of students, he remembered
He
you?
remembered me. That was his first sentence that it came out of his mouth. Like, oh, I remember you. Of course you do.
That's
No, I did not say that. I did not say that.
What a great. What are the
I
chances
mean, yeah. You have to believe it first.
to see it?
There
as
you go.
Dr. Wayne Dyer says.
Yeah. So I told him what's going on, and he's like, you know what? Let me go upstairs, see what can I do for you. I came down with a form. I filled it up, gave it back to him, and I got to do the second test without my ID.
And what about your friend?
Oh, she was like, she had to call. She called the home office, got her file. Took her 4 months to do the whole process. She didn't attend the first
Did you
semester.
tell her you were going to the school to talk to them?
Yeah, she didn't
She-
even. She's like, you do you. Like she was convinced that there's no way.
No way.
There's no way. What are you talking about? And you know what? Maybe that's her path, and she
Right.
needed that 4 months. We don't know.
Like a
You
4-month
wanna
break off
step
of
here?
school.
Yeah. You never know.
Right.
But I mean that
That was her
was her
alignment.
path. Yeah, that was
But
what she wanted.
that's not what you wanted, and you didn't let
No.
that belief or limit your experience.
Yeah, that my thought was like there has to be a way,
Right.
and I believed in it, and I went for it, and it actually appeared right in front of me.
High five, girl. That's beautiful.
So
Believe-
insist.
Insist and believe that you can break the rules.
No, that's not.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Oh my God, look at this background. Hang on. Wait.
How?
You messed
This one?
No, this. Okay, it's all beautiful. Okay, my turn.
Okay, tell me.
I'm going to now transport us out of this winterland and take us to the hot streets of Mumbai, India, where I lived for 10 years, where I was a photographer and an actor in Bombay. And naturally, I was alone because my family was in Canada, and I had to, and I was very young. I woke up one day and I felt super sick. Anusha, and I don't know if you know this, but there's lots of malaria and dengue in Mumbai, India. And of course, mosquitoes love me and they kiss me all night. So I wake up in the morning with their kisses all over my body. And one day I was
Yay!
like, oh my God. Party, exactly. Persian blood. So they sucked my blood. Might have to cut that out.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. So I woke up in the morning and I felt awful.
Okay.
And I said, I probably have dengue or malaria.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to the hospital. And as I was preparing to take myself to the hospital, I went down. The hospital was 15 minutes away from me. I tried to get a rickshaw or tuk-tuk, those motorbikes with the housings that let 2 to 3 people ride. The black
yellow
and yellow
ones?
ones. Yeah, black and yellow.
I've seen it in the movies.
Yeah, those ones. So I went to take one of those and there was none available and I had to get to the hospital, 10 to 15 minute walk.
Walking?
Yeah. So, and it's hot there. It's not cold like this, but it was hot and I looked
Doesn't
horrible.
matter. When you're sick, you don't want to walk.
And that so because I was sick and I had to walk and I was all alone, this is the thought that I had. This is the thought that came to me in that moment.
Okay.
As I walked, feeling horrible, I thought, Taranj, you're so lonely. You're such a loser. You're so lonely that even when you feel like dying, you feel like death, you are sick, there's no one even to take you to the hospital.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was horrible.
That's sad.
And in that moment, I really reached rock bottom in that thought and in my energy. There was nowhere to go that was lower than where I was. let's say.
Probably that makes you even more sick. When you go to those thoughts,
100%.
it's going to make you even feel like...
It just made me feel probably worse. And so as I walked, I felt completely horrible and hopeless.
Mm-hmm.
And because I reached the rock bottom of that thought, Anusha,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what magic kind of happened. And I think a lot of people say, like, when you reach rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go.
So you flip the
So
coin.
I flipped it.
Oh yeah,
I
makes
flipped
total
it. My
sense.
brain just flipped it and was like, no, look around you. And Mumbai is the kind of city, it's not like this where you just see two people walking by. There are tons of people walking. There are tons of people. There's stray dogs, stray cats, cars, people. And Indians, for any of you who are Indian or have traveled to India, are incredibly hospitable. And I have had incredible experiences of support from people in India. And for a moment I went, oh my God, actually, if I were to faint on this street right now, everybody walking around me would come to see what's wrong,
Absolutely.
would come for my aid, because that's what
Absolutely.
Indians do.
That's what Indians do.
And
that's so sweet.
and I started to see that reality.
Even the dog
would come and sniff
probably
me.
sniff you. Yeah.
Everyone was there for me if I needed them. And
Yeah.
that's what I started walking.
With that
I started
energy.
to walk with that energy to the point where I felt so much love that the trees on that street changed for me. Everything was extremely vivid. I was extremely present. I felt extreme love in my heart.
Mhm.
And as Dr. Joe Dispenza says, we are 99, he's one of our favorite teachers, we are 99.99% energy, empty space, only 0.0004% matter. And when we mix a thought with a heightened emotion, we send an energy, a signal to the quantum field, and the quantum field, which is reality,
Yeah.
or can create a reality, that quantum field brings back to you something of equal vibration. So
Yeah.
people who are vibrating at the same way, you can even extract different things from those people, because everyone has everything inside them, and the energy that you approach them with evoke something else within them. Really, it does.
You know what it reminds me of? Can
What?
I add something?
Yeah.
There's this, I don't know if it's a saying, but I've read it somewhere that when you have something in your eye and you go stand in front of the mirror
Right.
and you try to clean it and get it out of your eye, you don't do anything to the mirror. You're doing something to yourself.
Right.
You don't touch the mirror.
Right.
But after you're taking it out of your eye, the
Right.
mirror changes too.
Right.
Whatever is
Oh.
around us is the image.
Right.
You don't do anything
To
to
the
the image in
image.
the mirror. You just do it to yourself.
That's a great example.
And the world is the same. This is an image. Whatever you do to this, it's going to appear right in front of you.
That's beautiful.
That's what it reminds me of. Oh my God, I was not filming you all this time. It was
Really?
just on
It's okay.
myself. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So as I understood, as I sent out that vibration of love and started to see how everyone was going to be there for me, I walked into the hospital. And I don't know if you know this, but when you walk into the hospital in Mumbai, it's not like 2 people that walk it. Like 15 people are walking in at the same
Already
time.
with you?
Well, 15 people are walking in at the same time because the population is so much there.
God.
There's tons of people, there's tons of ins and outs. And as I walked in, there's 3 people sitting on the right side, some admins behind a desk. They're all doing their work. And I kid you not, Anusha, I walked in with the energy of everybody is here to support me. I am loved and I'm taken care of. And there are people here for me. And as I walked in, I kid you not, as I walked in with 15 people, that man that was sitting there rose as I walked in, looked straight at me in my face, came up to me and said, "How can I help you? How can I help you? What do you need?
Wow.
What do you need?" Ignoring everybody else, the other people ignored everybody else, and not like I looked like this. Let me tell you.
You look
I wasn't
sick.
walking in with heels. I had a cap. I was sweating. I was horribly sick.
Wow.
But he noticed me and he came up and asked what I needed. I told him what was going on. He's like, "You need a blood test." He took me to the area for the blood test. And I kid you not, the women who took my blood test, Anusha, they treated me like their daughter.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Beautiful Indian women who were like, "Beta, aap kaise ho?
Okay.
How are you? What's going on? Why are you
Wow.
feeling sick?" They took my blood test, and that was the moment I knew, Anusha, the way I see the world will change how the world responds to me.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes to all of that. Oh, That was such a good story.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. If you feel like this video would help someone realize how powerful they are, how powerful their thoughts are, please remember to share it. And until next time, be well.
Bye.
If this is the greatest video you've ever seen...
Hey, let's just stick to like.
Okay, fine. If you like this video, please subscribe.
And remember to share, like, and turn on notifications.